The Hagia Sophia, a beautiful ancient Christian church, has been turned into a mosque. The Blue Mosque that was built as a replica of the Hagia Sophia. The museum in Istanbul, the capital of Turkey, the ancient Roman Empire war. All these things told the story of an ancient empire that rose and fell. And this is the amazing story of our trip to Turkey. Pomegranate juice being made fresh in the street. I just got my cup here. I'm just enjoying it. And it's wonderful. And all these guys here, they're waiting to have theirs. One has already got. Grego has just had his. It's wonderful to watch. The museum articles told 1,000 stories. The architecture told of the Roman and Greek cultures that this city has experienced in time past. The Hagia Sophia has Islamic and Christian art side by side. We can't forget the underground city not far from Cappadocia, the green stones believed to have fallen from heaven, having magical powers, the Hittite temple, ancient city ruins. All of these not only told the story of an ancient people, but also brought the Bible alive again. Cappadocia, we had the time to have a bit of fun getting up into air balloons, but we also got into underground cities built by the Hittites to defend themselves from enemies. Yeah, and right there in Cappadocia, we saw tombs and churches hewn out of rock. We visited Turkish carpet making places, amazing stuff. And just seeing Cappadocia from the sky was an amazing experience, never to be forgotten. Yeah, absolutely unforgettable. From every ancient site, we learned something. Pisidia and Antiochia, Ephesus, the amphitheater, and the tomb of Philip. We visited the Hierapolis, a very important Roman Empire establishment. Everywhere we went. This is the ancient city of, or church of Laodicea. You can see that they've tried to restore it with modern structures covering it, but you can see the ancient original parts of it here, original rocks from and stones from which it was made, still well preserved. And the mosaics on the floor of the church, you can see how beautiful it is. This must have taken a lot of effort and artistry to build here in Laodicea. The church that received the greatest initiation and the seventh of the churches addressed by John's letters to the seven churches in the book of Revelation. Yeah, so from ancient amphitheaters, some of which are being restored, to the streets of ancient cities that we walked on, to places like Colossae with not much ruins, but very important to Bible records and to the epistles of the Apostle Paul. All of these things brought us joy. And at Chite, as we settled into our hotels, we felt a sense of accomplishment. And early in the morning, we'd go to other sites, walk in, along ancient city streets to learn of what transpired in those days when the gospel was marching across the Roman Empire. One of the most fascinating places we visited was the island of Patmos, where John was banished. John, who wrote the book of Revelation, the beloved apostle. It was wonderful to just think about what he suffered, how they tried to kill him, how the Lord delivered him, and how he ultimately
We're up
ended up
early this
receiving one
morning
of
and got on the
greatest
boat
revelations
on
of
our
New
way
Testament.
to the island of Patmos. We're still not yet there. It's a 1.5 hours ride from the place where we have been staying. Can't remember the name now. The sun is coming up beautifully, and the Turkish flag proudly hoisted on the boat that is taking us from Turkey into Patmos, which is part of the Greek territory. And yeah, it's cool. We're all in very good spirits. Here are some of the evangelists. They've come all the way from Australia and the South Pacific region.
Kusadasi was the place where we settled afterwards. The ancient city churches, the amphitheaters, the streets, and Roman establishments. They revealed a lot about the past and the society that was. And so in the end, we bade farewell to Turkey, and on our way out, we stopped at Gallipoli Cove, the Anzac Cove, to just ponder and reflect on the soldiers that died in the First World War from Australia and New Zealand, and we will remember them. And every year on 25th of April, on Anzac Day, they are remembered. God bless you as you reflect on these things, and thank you for watching. I hope you've been blessed.